Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 5 of Civilization 5 as Babylon on Immortal difficulty. Well, China's already been wiped out thanks to the Shoshone. We are now denouncing them. I was thinking about keeping them friendly for a while because they are quite big and close by and I don't have an army. But at the same time, other people started denouncing them and I thought it might be a good time to actually go and denounce them. Now, we might be able to actually get the Colossus. Somebody else is probably already trying to build it. I think we'll try it anyway. We'll queue it up. We might be able to get it. And we will also want to try and get ourselves, well, composite bowmen. We'd be getting now. Let's queue up a composite bowman. We'll go straight on to the next turn. So, Akkad's currently stagnating. I'm aware of that. It's because my happiness is low. So, I decided it was probably best for the time being just to let it stagnate. Wonders. We're the only one that doesn't have any wonders at the moment. Pocatello only has one. And that is going to be Stonehenge, which he stole from China because it's in Beijing. You've grown, which we expected. You're now stagnating, which is probably going to be the case anyway. I guess we can't move you into another tile without you starving, so working 1 and 2 is probably the best tile for you. So the rest of you guys just carry on. We're going to need to build some Colosseums and things, get a bit of happiness going. Petra's completed. Belgrade wants Buddhism, which is my religion. You guys have finished working on the iron. That's really, really cool. Let's go ahead and work and get that wheat upgraded. So now we're not working that iron, are we? That's fine. We need to get the food upgraded, though. So 6 turns away from theology. Will be nice to get some wonders. You start getting some science going. Dido's become a nuisance. I'd prefer if you actually fought the Shoshone. Right, there we go. Spain's happy that we've denounced the Shoshone. So everybody hates the Shoshone, basically, so it made sense to denounce them. I mean, they are technically my closest trading partner, but we can technically trade with the city-state. I don't even have it. Well, I say I don't have a caravan. I do have a caravan. We can trade to Ragusa. I can still trade with the Shoshone. So I will trade with them for now, because it's going to be a while before we're ready to go to war with them. I know they do need to be wiped out, and I usually play quite passively, and it might sound like I'm making excuses not to attack them. Oh, Declaration of Friendship with Siam. Fantastic. See, the AI is actually coming to me with Declarations of Friendship now. So, yeah, I do actually want to go to war with the Shoshone, but I've had plenty of experience of... I've had plenty of experience of going to war with the AI too early on and just getting ruffle stomped by them. I mean, look, I have a warrior. I have a warrior and they have pikemen and composite bowmen and yeah. So it would not be a good idea for me to just wade in and go to war with them early. I need to make sure that I've got some decent siege weaponry. I need to make sure that I've got a decent army. I have built a barracks here in Babylon, so we can start getting some promotions on our units as soon as we build them. I'm hoping we do manage to get the Colossus. It'd be really good if we do, because we get a free cargo ship. We could use that to trade with Ragusa. Look at that. Declarations of friendship without me even having to ask. Got to be careful with Ragusa. They still seem to be having some problems with barbarians themselves. So there's probably a barbarian camp close by. And as soon as we've finished building the Colossus, whether it's because we managed to build it legitimately or whether we lose it to somebody else, we'll start building archers and stuff. So there's theology done. We are in a new era. We've got an automatic faith purchase, so we've gone and grabbed a pagoda. Very nice, very nice. Inca and Siam are now friends. Let's go on to the next turn. Brilliant. We are sort of still stalling growth of our cities here. We've got a little bit more happiness, which has helped. Yeah, Shoshone's not going to like us really, but he might declare war on me. It's quite the possibility. Yeah, definitely going to have to start getting out some military units. We've actually spread to that hill, which I'm quite happy about. I'm going to put these guys on the hill because it's a more defensive position. I may even consider getting a worker up there at some point and building a fort. That sounds like a good idea. Need no automatic faith selection. Let us try and save up and just see if we can grab another great profit. You finish that tile there. Go ahead and work on the hill. So we do now have a little bit more food here. So you're working pure production. Go ahead and work the 1 food, 1 production there. Although you could just go ahead and work the 3 food there. That'd help. 1 turn until you get the lighthouse. Don't really want to sell my horses. Well, I could sell my horses. Who do I have Declaration of Friendship with? Siam. Would you be willing to trade a horse for, I think it's 67 gold on Epic? No. No. So we won't be doing that. Production. Lighthouse is finished. That's fine. Do we want to go and build anything else over here? Another caravan, another cargo ship, something like that. It probably would be useful. We can get a circus here, though. And circuses are well worth having because they're maintenance free. Could also get a stable, which would give us some more production. But I think what we're going to do... Oh, we could also get a watermill, which would give us more food and production. I think we go watermill into circus here. It's not going to be a great city for a while. Why would I want to put a farm on a hill? You guys, we can promote you, and I think I will. I think we might need you there just as a defensive unit. Like I said, I am still considering getting a worker up here and just building a fort on that tile. Because there's a lot of their units flopping around. Darius wants us to work together. Very good. We already have three declarations of friendship, and I didn't even have to ask for a single one of them. So that's already a lot better than we were doing in the previous game. You're just going to go on alert. On to the next turn. 8 turns until we find out whether or not we get the Colossus. Yeah, I appreciate that nobody really likes Dido in this game, but I've got problems of my own to deal with here. Well, at least I don't have right now, but I've got a feeling that it won't be long before I do. How are we doing down here now we got the upgrades to those these tiles? You see, look, we've got massive food from there. We do want to keep the production going, of course, but I think it might be better to... well, first of all, why are we working 3 food when we can work 5 food and 1 hammer? 9 turns until growth, 15 turns until the watermill. I guess we could potentially drop a low food tile for production. I mean, we could ignore the faith and just try and... Yeah, let's do it that way for now. We're not working the wonder, but... You know... I try not to value the religion that heavily, because at the moment I've only got the religion in 1 city anyway. So I can't really do an awful lot with it. It'd be nice to get that circus up and running just so we can deal with some of the happiness issues. So we finished the watermill. Finally, that took a little bit of time here. Let us go ahead and start working on a Colosseum. Get some happiness there. We'll go on to the next turn. 6 turns until we get the Colossus, if indeed we do manage to get the Colossus. It'd be really nice if we can. So it gives us a free cargo ship, but it also gives us an extra trade route as well. So we'll still have an open slot for a caravan or a cargo ship. Borders have grown down here, but not to a tile that is particularly useful. You've gone ahead and done that. Let's go ahead and get the pasture done now, actually. Get some more production there on a tile with food. At least you're no longer stagnating. You're going to grow slowly, which is fine. Obviously, it's only a plains wheat, so it's not the best. No, I don't want to give you open borders. I wish it worked like Declaration of Friendship, where if you refused to give the AI something, they didn't come and ask you for it every turn until you gave in, just to make them go away. We probably need to try and get some quests done for the city-states as well, because at the moment things aren't going particularly well with them. And of course, we don't want to end up fighting against the city-states while we're also having to fight against the Shoshone later on. So we are going to have to be careful with that. Where was that barbarian camp? Was it anywhere nearby me? I don't think so. So we will still want to grab a fourth city. I just don't know where yet. There's civil service. So now we're working on education. You guys are going to work on the pasture. That's why I sent you there. Next turn, please and thank you. 6 turns until Babylon grows. 3 turns until we see if we get the Colossus or not. It's a nice wonder. So you get that free cargo ship. But it also gives you an extra 1 gold from trade routes. Plus it gives you 5 gold per turn and 1 culture per turn and a merchant point. Yeah, it's well worth it. Next turn, just because there's nothing else I can do. 2 turns away from getting the Colossus. Will we get it? Most of the civilizations on this Pangaea do seem to have at least 1 coastal city. But unfortunately for China, they didn't. China was stuck inland. Shoshone's capital is coastal. Cusco isn't. Spain's capital is coastal. Carthage is coastal. Persepolis isn't. Sukhothai is coastal. So most of the civilizations do have coastal capitals. That could be very, very useful later on. This should mean we get the Colossus. Not the most useful wonder in the game, I'll grant you, but it's nice to get it anyway. So brilliant, there's the Colossus. That'll get us some more money coming in. Borders of Babylon have also grown, not to a particularly useful tile though. We can trade with Ragusa, it's the only person we can trade with. They do have a quest for a trade route, so that is very good. And now we're working on a composite bowman. And it's probably good that we do, because there's a lot of units down here. City's converting. Converting to what? Oh, it's actually converted to yet another faith now. Fantastic. So where's that pressure coming from? Beijing, probably. Yeah, religions are kind of all over the place at the moment, which is why I never prioritise getting a, you know, spending a lot of faith upgrading the religion. It would be nice if we can get the bison upgraded, so we'll work on that. So 3 turns until growth, 4 turns until growth, 1 turn until growth. So we're about to lose 3 happiness in a couple of turns. So we definitely want to make sure that we get Colosseums built everywhere. Ragusa seeks investors. Now that could be tempting. Babylon has grown, which we expected. You have moved into the 2 production tile, which isn't bad. We don't want to grow too quickly. We could go... Right, 6 turns for the bowman... 5 turns for the bowman. 20 turns until growth. 20 turns. 13 turns. We'll keep you working that tile for now. Hopefully I don't regret that. Still a fair bit of area down here that we haven't discovered. Hopefully there's no barbarians lurking down here that's going to come and steal my workers. Knowing my luck there will be, and I'll have to go and sort that issue out. I guess we can just take a cheeky look, just move 1 tile out and 1 tile back. It does waste a turn, but it lets us see that there's no camp in the immediate vicinity. So at least that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable about having that worker down there without any support. Well, at least the AI are fighting amongst themselves. It's not costing me any money to do it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get anyone to declare war on the Shoshone because I think they're just too far away for anyone to care. Camp, get some production there. Akkad has grown. You're now back to working that tile, which isn't a terrible idea now, actually getting some food from there, so keep it going. Although, again, we could lose the faith and just go for the growth, but happiness is a thing. Although we are now working on the circus in Akkad, and we can still get a Colosseum there as well. So, not too bothered by that. Flipping Shoshone Great Prophet. More population growth, so there's happiness dropping even more. You're working 1 food, 1 production. Again, we can't really grow, so let's just go ahead and work the mine at the moment. Just get the production, get that Colosseum up and running. On to the next turn. Could definitely do with a 4th city, I think. Can't remember who the tech leader was now. Probably is the Shoshone, all things considered. And we can trade with the Shoshone. So what we can do, actually, is if we go and have a look at our trades, look at the available trade routes with the Shoshone, he has 4 techs that we don't, and we have 2 techs that he doesn't. So, in total, we have 2 techs less than the Shoshone. So, that's good. Borobuldur's been completed by the Inca. Yeah, I'm not even wasting my time going for wonders. I know getting the Colossus was a little bit of a risk. There's Machu Picchu. Not too bothered about that. Would be nice to get Neuschwanstein. It's the main reason for... There's 2 reasons you really want to settle near a mountain in this game. One is to build observatories, but that does require you to be adjacent to the mountain. But it does count on wonders as well, on natural wonders. Funnily enough, even Lake Victoria, which technically counts as a lake, also counts as a mountain. But if you actually want to build the wonders that require a mountain, which is Machu Picchu and Neuschwanstein, it requires a tile within your territory, within 2 tiles of the city. Now, this obviously isn't within our borders, but we could buy it if we needed to. Neuschwanstein is well worth having. Culture and happiness from castles. It's a good wonder, and the AI doesn't normally prioritise it, which means it's one of the ones you can normally hard build, even in the more difficult settings of Civ 5. So, Pocatello. I see that trebuchet heading my way. Stop it. Let's get you up on the hill. Let us also go ahead. I am just going to spend the money and buy a swordsman here, and I am going to queue up another composite bowman, because I see what he's doing here. I will queue up a Colosseum. Unit promotion. You are going to get... there's a lot of rough terrain around. I think we're actually going to go drill. And we'll get you out into this sort of tile here. You finish with that. Go over here and work on the mine. I'm just waiting for the attack now. You do not bring a trebuchet down here if you're not coming over to attack. Yep, he is getting ready for a full-scale invasion. He's definitely about to declare. Yep, you guys just get down there. This is going to be very, very problematic. I think I'm actually going to bring you down to this side. Fortunately, I don't really have anything that I can sell. I'd like to get some more money. Would you? We have a declaration of friendship. Would you be willing to buy horses? 1 horse. I will take all of your gold if you would be willing. Okay, just trying to get enough gold somewhere to buy units. I need to take flat gold. There's no point me just selling it for a couple of gold here and a couple of gold there. It isn't going to help. Get warriors for 270. Composite bowman 440. This is going to be tricky. You're just going to stay there on alert. Yeah, I'm not liking this Pocatello. I guess what I could try and do is try and get him to declare war on somebody else. He's probably going to say no. Let's go for an embassy. I don't know why we don't have an embassy. Wow, we won't even have an embassy. Okay, oh, it's because we're denouncing. So the chances of him actually declaring war on somebody that isn't me is unlikely. The Inca's your closest neighbour. Yeah, you won't go... What if I give you, like, half of my gold? Yeah, he does it. Good. You may think that was a bit silly, me throwing half of my money away, and he may still attack me, but at the end of the day, if it slows him down for 10, 15 turns, then it's worth it. So, you're going to... You're going to stand there on alert. I just need to try and get as many units out as possible. I think he's got honour as well, because he actually has a general there. He is backing up. I'm glad to see he's backing up, but we do need to build an army now. I cannot sit around and wait. Yeah, anybody else is probably going to be too far away to go to war with the Shoshone. I hope you've got more than one city. You've got 3 cities. You do have the Great Wall as well, which is going to help you a little bit. If we just have a look at the diplomacy, global politics. No, he's got liberty. But he's already got a great general, which is a little bit annoying. Let's click next turn and hope that he still keeps moving his units out. I think he's just jiggling them and don't think he's actually going to attack yet. But I'm certainly going to make sure that I get a lot of units up on the borders. We also need to get our cities all connected together with roads as well. Let's go for another turn. Right, keep moving those units away. Just get them well away from my territory. I might even set a couple... Right, there's education. I might even set a couple of my other cities working on units. What do we really want to get? We might want to go into steel, actually, and see if we can't get longswordsmen. They might help. We'll just have a look at one more turn and just see what happens. I'd just feel a lot better if he moved away. Did he just steal some of my territory? What a git. Well, that was a little bit unfair, wasn't it? Yeah, now he's sealed his fate now. We have to take that city. Because he's just stolen my improved mine, which is really flipping annoying. You guys can't shoot over the hill, which is also annoying. So I think we're just going to have to swap you two guys in position. But that was cheap there, Pocatello. And this is my capital as well. So we're definitely going to be... that was a really good placement where he's put that. That's because I have to go through hills, round a fort, or round a citadel. That was nasty cheap. You finish the circus. We're going to go ahead and we are going to get ourselves a composite bowman here. You have finished that. Just move up here and just work on a farm or something. Caravan, well, you were trading to him. It's probably not a good idea to carry on trading with him, but you don't have anywhere else you could go at the moment. If I moved you to a CAD, yeah, you probably can't really reach anywhere else. So we could be very well throwing it away. We'll keep trading with him in the hope that he leaves us alone, but I doubt it. Right, final turn. I mean, he still seems to have moved his units away. It's very annoying that he popped that right there. He does still have some units around. We are going to need to get a horseman, of course, because we will need to try and pillage this as quickly as possible. So that is definitely a consideration. Let's get you guys... Oh, we want to do our upgrade. We want to give you... Let's give you barrage. And we'll get you over here. Might actually leave you on the hill, come to that. Choose production. You finish the Colosseum. I think you're going to work on a horseman. Because the horseman we can try and nip in quickly and pillage that. Once it's pillaged, it is inert. You guys can stay on alert. You guys are going to build a farm. And that is all I can do on this turn. Babylon has grown. So we will go and sort that out. Of course, you're now not working very useful tiles because the useful tile has been stolen. At least we've got mountains protecting us a little bit there. Do we want to grab food and go for population, or do we just want to try and maximise production? I guess just maximising the production for now makes the most sense. And then we probably want to queue up just more bowmen. We also want to get universities as well. We will queue up a university. Very, very annoying. I'm very disappointed in you, Pocatello. But at the same time, I am... I'm not surprised, really. Not surprised in the slightest. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you were still enjoying Civilization 5 as Babylon. Not too sure how well things are going to work out now that the Shoshone is my direct neighbour. But I'm not going to let it put me off. I'm not going to give up. I shall see what I can do to slow them down. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.